Hi, everybody. So first of all, hello. As you can see from the title, this is going to be sort of a overview of WrestleMania, not just the show, but the booking process to go. So we're gonna get into that right now. Now, if you see me looking at my phone, that's only because I'm trying to get dates right for emails because I kept them all. Uh, and I'll go through prices and stuff. As you guys can see, I write things down. So let's get through this. So for those who don't know, WrestleMania is usually the first weekend in April. For wrestling fans, we know that we start thinking about it before the end of the first WrestleMania. Typically in the past, it was a Saturday or a Sunday night. I believe it was Sunday nights. And it was usually an hour longer than their regular pay per views and more expensive. However, during COVID, when all the arenas shut down, what they did was they decided to go ahead and make WrestleMania 2 nights. I mean, they had a captive audience. Why not? 2 nights of being able to escape, 4 hours a night, 8 hours of programming, and that's not including an hour long pre show. So, why not go ahead and just give your fans pure entertainment? That, let's be honest, a pro wrestling show is pretty much a 2 to 3 hour commercial because all the wrestlers are wearing their own gear, their swag, they're selling you coupon codes. It's a 2 to 3 hour commercial, but it's entertaining, so you don't mind. It's not like watching QVC. So I I've been a fan since I was 2 years old. Absolutely love the product, and once they realized that fans were willing to stay there for 2 days and watch the show, they kept it for 2 days even after COVID. So it just made good sense for them business wise to keep it 2 days. They're like, hey, if you guys are going to stay here for 2 days and watch pro wrestling, we might as well just do it and rake in cash. So let's get to it. On what date is this? February 2nd, 2023, I got an email from WWE telling me about the fact that they had their priority passes available now for WrestleMania. Now, WrestleMania is on my bucket list. So I started thinking, let me just look into it. I probably can't afford to go, but let me look into the prices. So, first things first is that there were several different price groups. Uh, there was single nights. So, first of all, you can just buy the ticket. If you want to go to a WrestleMania night one, you can buy a night one ticket. If you want to go to WrestleMania night two, you can buy a night two ticket. Now, for those who don't know, it's actually 5 shows. Well, 6 actually. You have Friday Night SmackDown. Uh, then you have the Hall of Fame directly after SmackDown, like 15 minutes afterwards, there's the WWE Hall of Fame. Then you have NXT Stand and Deliver on Saturday morning. Then you have WrestleMania Night 1. Then you have WrestleMania Night 2. And then you have Monday Night Raw. You can buy tickets for the Hall of Fame and SmackDown together, NXT Stand and Deliver, WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2, and Monday Night Raw. Just through that website. You didn't have to do anything extra. You can just buy your name. The only problem with getting a WrestleMania ticket for a night is if you want a certain show, you don't know who's fighting when until like almost a week prior. That's the hardest thing. Now, if it's a time constraint, like you have to work on a Saturday, so you have no choice but to buy a Sunday ticket, buy the Sunday ticket. I understand that. But if it's an either or thing, it's difficult as a fan because you don't know. If you wanted Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns, you weren't sure what night it was going to be on. If you didn't know what night Bianca Belair was fighting Asuka or Rhea Ripley was fighting Charlotte Flair, it was kind of hard to buy your ticket. And I see that from a fan's perspective. I don't know when the fight that I want to be is going to be at. Now, I will say with stadiums, especially WWE, they have huge monitors. So it doesn't matter where you're sitting, you're going to be able to see what's going on in the ring. I'll get back to what happened to the monitors once I talk about that night. But they're their own headache. So let's get to these prices. So then they had packages. You could have had a one night package. So you pick your night, whether you want to go Saturday night and Sunday night or Sunday night. And then you pick if you want a bronze level, a silver level, a gold level, champion level, a suite by the seat, or a suite by the seat. So what your level kind of dictate is number one, where you were sitting, and number two, if you got anything extra in your ticket. So you're pretty much, if you want to sit in a certain area, then that was great. And I think that's better for people who live near the SoFi, SoFi Stadium, because you know where the best seats are. Like the arena near me, I know where the best seat is for certain things. Like if I know I'm going to a wrestling show, I want to sit in a certain spot because number one, it's close to concession stands. I pretty much know it's close to my exit. So if you know the arena, you could pick. You kind of say, hey, I want to sit in the 200 level. So for the bronze level, you got a dedicated stadium entrance, and we will go through that. That was its own issue. An exclusive checkout line for exclusive checkout line, so you can check out a lot faster when you go to buy stuff. You get a hat, a lanyard, and a stadium bag. And that was the bronze level, and that was $365 per person. For silver, you got a 100 to 200 level seat. You got the entrance, the checkout line, everything I stated before, except you got the priority pass lounge, as well as the commemorative plaque. Now, we were told that the commemorative plaque would come in the mail later, as well as I think the hat that came later in the mail, like 3 weeks afterwards. And that package is $999. For the gold, you got floor risers, which for those who don't know, because we're in a football stadium, the football field is like that big, but a WWE wrestling ring is that big. So what they would do is they would pretty much add risers. And if you ever sang in a choir, you know what risers look like. You just line, bump up, line, bump up, line, bump up, and then you put chairs on it. But because the WWE ring is so much smaller than the football stadium, they can add seats, and it's perfect. So there's another set of risers that are sitting on the floor, and then they're floor level seats. So you got floor risers for gold, and you got the entrance, the checkout line, the hat. You didn't get the bag or the lanyard. I think you did, but we'll go through that another time. You got the lounge, you got the plaque, and you got the hospitality suite, which they were serving drinks and hors d'oeuvres at the stadium. And if y'all ever been to a stadium and seen stadium prices with food, telling me you get free drinks and hors d'oeuvres, dude, I'm thinking to myself, you know what, that may be worth the extra money. And you get superstar appearances. So in that hospitality suite, superstars are going to come in, they're going to talk to you, things of that nature. So I'm sorry, I'm still trying to make sure I get these right. And the price for the gold package was $1,915 per person. The champion level is you're on the floor. You get everything as stated before, and then you get the priority pass lounge, the commemorative ring plaque, the hospitality suite. You get a ringside photo op. Because you are going to be close enough to the ring, you can stand by the ring, take your photo, super cool picture. And you also get a limited edition WWE Wrestlemania 39 pullover. And you get a commemorative chair. Now understand that if you get that chair, you are responsible for bringing it back home. You take your chair home with you. You take your chair back to your hotel room if you do not live there, and you have to figure out a way to mail it back to yourself. But they do tell you that ahead of time. This is your responsibility. We're not going to send it to you. That's not our job. And that price is $3,765. Then you have a suite by the seat. What this means is that you get a box. If you've ever been to a football stadium, any type of stadium, you will see there are these little areas that look like living rooms with a balcony on it. If you're not sure what they look like, go watch 80 for Brady. They're in a box suite. There's usually food and drinks in there that come in often. They said that, hey, we will have superstars visit your box, say hi to you, go by, stay like for 5 minutes. But like I said, you get the comfort of having food and drinks there. You don't have to really leave. And I believe some boxes have bathrooms in them. Correct me if I'm wrong. Some of them do, some of them may not. But it's swanky. It's nice to not have to deal with, the riffraff. and know that, hey, I don't have to miss too much action. I don't have to go too far to get food and drinks. Everything's free, everything's comfortable. Now, a suite by the seat, it included all that stuff, and then you got a title photo op along with it. So that price was $1,895. And that was just for a single night. So you're only paying for day 1 or day 2. Now you could have bought 2 1-days and gotten, a 300 level one day and a floor level the next, depending on your budget. For me, that's better for people who are local and know the area, or if you've been to LA enough times that you know LA. Now you have your 2-night packages. If you were down to go for 2 nights and you thought it was cheaper, and you could just do the 2-night package. So crap, I realized that this part of it didn't print on this page, so I need to put them together. Sorry about that. I try to be organized, you guys. You guys know I try to be organized. Okay, so the packages which you included are pretty much the same, except now you pay for both nights for WrestleMania. Now, mind you, when I give you these prices, this does not include SmackDown. This does not include the NXT Stand and Deliver. It does not include Monday Night Raw. It does not include Hall of Fame. We're just talking about the 2 nights of WrestleMania. The same as the packages before. We only talk about one single night of WrestleMania. Not both nights. A single night of WrestleMania. Not Hall of Fame, not SmackDown, not Stand and Deliver, not Monday Night Raw. None of that was part of it. So the 2-night packages. The 2-night packages for bronze, and you guys heard what was included. And I'll actually attach the PDF, the JPEG of what was included in the packages, because I actually saved that. So I'll include that in a link down below so you guys can see it. But for the 2-night bronze packages, which I told you before what included, it's $500. So if you wanted to go 2 nights and you were willing to sit in the same area, it was cheaper for you to get 2 nights. So the bronze level, 200 to 500 level seats were $500 for 2 nights. The silver, which is 100 200 seats, was $1,750. Gold floor risers was $3,200. The champion level, which was the floor level, was $6,500. The suite by the seat was a level 2 suite for $3,000 for 2 nights. A suite by the seat level 5 was $2,750. And so those were the prices for 2 nights. Now they also had what was called the all-inclusive. Now, what the all-inclusive did was that it actually included your hotel stay. So, whole new printout. So I'm going to kind of go through it again because, like I said, WrestleMania was Saturday and Sunday. So what the hotel did was that they gave you fly in on Friday and you leave Monday morning. So a 3-night hotel stay was included. They showed you that you were going to be at the Hotel Figueroa for the bronze and the silver and the gold, and I think the champion level and the elite level, which you had to call to get the elite level. So when I tell you these prices, remind you that it does not include elite because you had to call to get the elite prices. That's how expensive elite was. Like, don't even bother. Like, when they don't put prices on the menu, It's like if you have the eggs you can't afford, get out. So all inclusive, and it's just the 3 nights. Bronze was 200. Of course, you guys know that's 200, 500 level. You get the stadium entrance, the express checkout line, the hat, the credentials with the lanyard, the clear stadium bag. You get the hotel stay. You also get round trip transportation between the hotel and the stadium. Now, I did not know this when I booked, but between the hotel and the stadium, it was a 45 minutes. And that was without traffic. If you ever see LA traffic, it can get nuts. The fact that I was in LA in a place that I had never been before, I didn't know. The fact that you're giving me transportation, I'm down. The hotel didn't sell me. I have no problem booking a hotel. It was a transportation. I was going to be on a bus with people with the same motivation in line, on something that was clean. We all knew we were going. We all knew we were coming back. Good to go. I'm happy. And it also included on location concierge. So they sent you a number to call once you were there if you were ever having any issues. You can call them immediately and talk to them. The company who was doing this is called On Location. They do things for the NFL, baseball, soccer, crazy. But they are a reputable company, and I would say don't just go around clicking on links. If you don't get a link from, say, the NFL or the baseball or soccer, go straight to On Location. I'll link them below too. So the bronze level, which included the ranch transportation, the hotel stay, was $200 for a single person. It was $295 and 2,000. Sorry guys, I'm so sorry. For a single person, bronze level, it was $2,975. Now, if you've ever done a group trip, you know the more people you bring with you, the cheaper it is. So, if you were doing 2 people to a room, it was $2,175 per person. So, I would save myself $800 by getting someone else to spend $2,100 to go with me. For 3 people, it was $1,895. So I'm pretty much saving myself close to $900 by bringing 2 more people who are willing to spend $1,900 each. And then for 4 people coming with you, it was $1,725 per person. So I'm saving myself about $2,200. I'm saving myself $1,200 by bringing 3 other people with me who are willing to spend $1,700. So if you know you have friends with disposable income and significant others who don't mind them being gone for 3 nights, bring your friends with you. I've done trips like this where it's a lot easier cheaper on you to bring people. Now, if you wanted to upgrade since you're in the bronze, you have between I believe they say on the website it was 200, 300, 200, 400. I believe that was a typo. I believe they meant 300 to 400. But if you wanted to upgrade your seat, which meant you were going to be in the first 4 rows of that group, then that was $100 per person to upgrade just where your seat was. To upgrade to the upper level of the 200 seats, it was $200 per person. To upgrade to the lower level of the 200 seats, it was $400 per person. So to guarantee that you'll be sitting closer and it wasn't a crapshoot, you spent a little bit extra per person. Keep that in mind. Now, what else? If you wanted to add a day to your room, if you wanted to upgrade to a queen suite, which means that you only had 1 bed, you actually had to pay extra. It was $144 per person. I never understood paying more for less furniture. You would think that having more furniture, to having 2 beds in a room would be more expensive than having 1, but it is what it is. If somebody can explain that to me below, please do explain it to me. And then you had the option to add nights. If you wanted to, like I said, this was for 3 night stay, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. You could have added on Thursday night. I did not get the price of that. I don't know why I didn't get that down. Uh, or or you can add on or and I'm sorry, you can add on Thursday night or and you can add on Monday night. And instead of being a 3 night stay, you can make it a 4 night stay, or you can make it a 5 night stay. It was up to you. And of course, you pay extra for adding on the different nights. Now, the silver level package was everything that silver included, plus your hotel, plus the transportation. And the price breakdown was for a single person, it was $4,375. Oh, also remember, I'm not including taxes when I give you guys this. For 2 people, it was $3,525. For 3 people, it was $3,225. For 4 people, it was $3,075. And if you wanted to upgrade your seat, which was the 127 to 129 riser, that was $25 per person. If you wanted to upgrade your seat to the 121 to 122 riser, that was $325 per person. And of course, upgrading your room from 2 beds to 1 bed, it was $144 per person. For gold, you got everything gold plus your hotel plus transportation. For a single person, it was 700. It was $7,125 per person. For 2 people, it was $6,195 per person. For 3 people, it was $5,895 per person. For 4 people, it was $5,755 per person. So hey, they got $20,000 plus out of you if you and 3 of your friends decided to go gold. Do you, boo boo? Do you? Okay. For the champion level, which was the floor level seats, everything else, hotel stay, plus you got the Broken Skull or the Mattel excursion, which means one day you either go to the Mattel factory, see how the dolls get made, because WWE and Mattel have a partnership deal where they make WWE superstars into Mattel action figures. You also got the ringside photo op, uh, the commemorative chair, all that stuff. Oh, and the Broken Skull excursion was that you got to go to the Broken Skull Studios. Broken Skull Studios, where Stone Cold does his interview sessions for the WWE. Sometimes he's interview other people, but you get to go to the studio, get to walk around, see how things look there. I don't know if Stone Cold was there. If you did it, please tell me if Stone Cold was actually there. That would have been awesome to see Stone Cold, because I've only ever seen him wrestle in WWE. I've seen him wrestle live. I've never actually met Stone Cold in person. But that price for the champion level, which guarantees your floor seats, was $10,875 for a single person. For 2 people, it was $9,955. For 3 people, it was $9,675. For 4 people, it was $9,545. Now, if you wanted to be in a certain section of the floor, which was floor B, that was another $9,000 per person. I believe the floor B was like right at the ramp, so you could take pictures of wrestlers as they come down. And I sat ramp side, and it's a very cool place to sit because you're guaranteed a good photo because they're going to walk right past you. You just have to have your camera ready. My sister did my braids, but this part is like, the top part is a little, I need some grease, so that's why that's covered up, but the braids are still free. And to, of course, upgrade to a single bed was $144. So since I was going by myself and I wanted the I wanted the transportation, and I thought I might as well get the hotel because I don't know LA that well and I don't know where to book. I decided to get the silver level as a single person because I was going by myself. Now, why did I do this? Number one, I wanted to sit close, and the 100, 200 level seats aren't bad, but I paid extra to sit in the 121 to 122 risers, and that was $325 per person. And I did not change my room. I decided to stick with the double beds. Even though a queen bed is nice, having that extra bed to just pretty much put crap on is beneficial. And that's what I do. I put crap on that bed. And when I say crap, I mean like souvenirs, swag. Sometimes I lay out my clothes for the next day, so I make sure that they're all together. Like I do all that on that extra bed. So I end up using the extra bed. I don't unmake it. I just put stuff on it. So I got the 100, 200 level, but then I upgraded to the 121 to 122 risers. I got the hat, the express checkout line, the lanyard and credential. I got the premium, the priority pass lounge. I got the commemorative ring mat, which is going to come into the mail. I got the hotel for 3 nights. I got the on location staff, round trip transportation, and I end up paying. Let me find the actual email because once taxes came in and stuff, the final bill for just Wrestlemania, the hotel and transportation with all that and the extra risers came up to $4,725. This is just the Wrestlemania, the hotel, the transportation, and all the little extra swag. To me, that was worth it. This is something I've always wanted to do, and this was silver level. So $4,700 for silver. I was on the fence about doing gold, but I wanted the price to be within my tax refund. I thought to myself, if my tax refund isn't covering this, then I'm not going to go to that level. And that's what I did. I covered it with my tax refund. I should have been a good girl and saved. But I decided, hey, blow that money, have some fun. Pay some pro wrestlers. So once I bought my ticket, you get put on a list, of course. And you start getting emails. First thing I did was I booked my flight. I went ahead and just booked it. I booked on Air Alaska. First time I ever flown with them. Great airline. Did not have a bad experience with my first experience. And would I fly with them again? Yes. So I got an email. This one. For the Undertaker show. If you guys don't know, Undertaker will go to where they're having pay-per-views and they will find some theater. He will just tell stories for about 30 minutes and then another 30 minutes he answers questions. Now they do have people write down their questions, piece of paper. They know they don't. It's not like a I'm sorry, I'm getting so tripped up. It's not like a comic book convention where they have a microphone and you walk up to the microphone and you ask the question. Because I've heard some really dumb questions, you guys, and some very creepy questions. Like, please stop. Please stop. Excuse me. What you do is that the person who's hosting will write your question down on a piece of paper. And I believe they probably cycle through questions that are actually relevant. And they'll read your question out loud and like say, hey, Mike from Scranton, where are you? As you guys can see, I've been watching way too much Office. Where are you? And that person will raise a hand, and then they'll say, well, Mike's question was, and then they ask your question to the Undertaker, and he will answer it. And what this was that because I got the priority pass with my ticket, they said, hey, these are on pre-sale. A day early, it came out February 13th. We're going to let you guys buy these tickets now before we put them up for the general public. And what they mean is that you don't have to be going to WrestleMania to see the Dead Man show. You don't. You can just go to the Dead Man show. So if you find out that there's going to be a pay-per-view in your town, check to see what's going on in the area. Because you don't have to go to the pay-per-view to go to things like this. So the Dead Man show, I went and I was like, I'm about to go see the Undertaker. Hell's yes. Psh, damn straight I'm gonna go see the Undertaker. So you clicked on it, you type in the code to get your access to tickets early. And the tickets range anywhere from, I would say, $100 without taxes to $375. And they had the option where you could say, hey, I don't care about price. Just give me the best seat. That's what I did. And I was 4 rows from the stage. His show was, if you do get a chance to see the Dead Man show, it is quality. For him just talking for an hour, it is quality. We were all cracking up. And it is a cell phone free show. So we got a bag, we dropped our phone in it, they said put it on vibrate or silent, and then they locked the bag. You could not get your phone out of this bag to save your life. So if you're one of those people that will freak out if your phone is away from you, this is not your show. Having it cell phone free, I understood. Because number one, things can be really taken out of context, and we all know that, period. So you can take a clip of what The Undertaker said and turn it something that it was never meant to be. And only people who were there would know what was really being said. And also, he kind of stated that, hey, why should people get for free something you paid good money for? If you paid $300+ to go see The Undertaker, why should this person see the whole damn show on YouTube for free? Yeah, it's not fair. So I was fine with having my phone locked up. The only problem I kind of got antsy was that the doors opened at 9:30. The show didn't start till 11. Now there was like a bar there that served drinks and snacks, and there was stuff for sale. So, stuff for sale. I got this. Open that up. It's a tiny Undertaker title, which is super cute. So I gotta figure out the place for this. I know whatever I pick, my mom's gonna disagree. So we'll see. I got that. I got a t-shirt that says I was there, one Dead Man show, Undertaker on it. I got a hat. Loved every single moment of it. But then once I got into the theater, I got my stuff. I sat down. I had about another 45 minutes. If I thought ahead, I would have brought my puzzle book. I love puzzle books, especially logic puzzles. I could have entertained myself for an hour, but till then I just kind of sat around. And you kind of get to know your neighbor. It's like what you've learned in church. You get to know your neighbor. But that was the only time I was like, I wish I had my phone. Because I could be reading a book right now. But other than that, it was cool. So if you do go to one Dead Man show, bring something that can entertain you besides your phone, because you won't be allowed to have it. Because it's not once the show started, your phone got locked up. No, once you walked into the building, your phone got locked up. You didn't get to unlock your phone until you came out. And they actually had little devices to unlock your bag and say, drop your bag here. We'll unlock it and you want on about your day. But other than that, I was fine without my phone. It actually kept me in the moment to enjoy the Undertaker. He did the best Macho Man impression I've ever heard in my life. It was hilarious. He even did the hand movements. If you know Macho Man, you know he did his like hand thing. It was hilarious. We laughed so hard. He told stories about Macho Man. He told stories about Undertaker versus Undertaker. It was a good show. So I hope they make something out of it, like a Peacock special, because WWE is on Peacock. So I know it won't be a Netflix special, but if they can make like probably 5 of those into a Peacock episode thing, it would be freaking hilarious. And one woman, oh my gosh, she was so lucky. She actually got to do a shot of Jack with the Undertaker. Actually, she did 2 shots of Jack with the Undertaker. Amazing. If you go to the Undertaker Instagram, and you zoom into like the bottom of his, if you're looking at the photo, it's the bottom of his left leg. You will see me there, wide open mouth. I had a good time. He was hilarious. So you got access to that ticket. Now, if you book that show, you automatically got your ticket in the mail. On, I would say, what was it? That was I'm sorry, I'm just trying to go through these emails. Okay, so on February the 21st, I didn't tell you when I bought my ticket. I bought my ticket on February the 3rd. So when I got the thing, I bought my ticket. So on February the 21st, I got an email from On Location saying, "Hey, we see you bought a priority pass. Please understand you won't get your itinerary for that day until 7 to 10 days before the event. And you also won't get your ticket for Wrestlemania until 4 to 7 days before the event starts. So don't sit around wondering where's your ticket, and you'll get it through Ticketmaster. So please don't keep asking when you're going to get it. And I get it because they're trying to coordinate where people are going to sit. Because if I pay for certain risers and you pay for other risers, but these people just said put me anywhere, but these people are coming with 4 people and you're just 2 people, they got to coordinate where everyone's going to sit and then dictate your tickets. So they kind of sent out an email and said, hey, this is when you're getting your stuff. And that got sent out on the 21st. Then on March 3rd, I got this email about the Superstar Brunch. The Superstar Brunch was at the Prank Bar. It sounded like a joke, but the Prank Bar, they would be serving brunch, all inclusive, which it did include alcohol. You would get an on location souvenir, and then superstars would come. So if you've ever done anything like this, this is where you're sitting down at the table, you're eating, you're talking to people, whether you know them or not, and superstars will come to your table and sit down and have a conversation with you. These conversations can sometimes, I think they try to keep them 5 minutes or even 10 minutes. I've done this before. I'm going to be honest. I've done this at the Twilight Convention. So I think they got like 10 minutes with us. And I try to think they try to keep like 1 minute per person. They kind of go around the table and then they move on. So I thought, hey, this might be fun. Now the brunches were either Saturday at 8:30, and then on Sunday they had 2 brunches. One was at 9 o'clock and the other one was at 10:45. I chose to go, and I believe it was $325 per person. Let me look. This isn't on here, but I believe it was $325 per person. Yeah. So I went ahead and I paid for the brunch. You didn't know the menu yet. You didn't get the menu until 7 to 10 days before the event, when they sent you the itinerary for it. Then I was kind of just like, okay, cool. I got brunch one day, Sunday morning. I have Wrestlemania tickets for Saturday and Sunday. I got my hotel. I got my transportation. I'm getting all this extra swag. I'm getting access to the lounge. I still don't even know what that is. I'm still getting access to express lane for checking out merchandise. Cool. I know that I will be in LA when they had SmackDown. But for me, I was looking forward to the Hall of Fame more than I was SmackDown. The only problem is that I didn't know who was going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame yet. So I was holding out until I heard who was being inducted. When the first inductee was announced, I believe it was on SmackDown, and they started playing their little theme music for the Hall of Fame. And then they said, our first inductee is Booyaka 6-1. I was like, dude, I went straight to the website and bought me a SmackDown ticket. I am going to see Rey Mysterio get inducted to the Hall of Fame. I don't care what nobody say. I'm watching Rey Mysterio get inducted to the Hall of Fame. Last year was The Undertaker. If it had been The Undertaker, I would have gone. Probably not so much for Goldberg. I was never really a big Goldberg fan. But for Rey Mysterio, I'm buying a SmackDown ticket. So SmackDown tickets were based on where you sit. You can get a priority pass for it, which means you got a dedicated entrance. Now, the Hotel Figueroa, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, and the Crypto Arena, which is where SmackDown's being held, was 2 blocks from each other. So it wasn't like you need transportation. You just had to walk the 2 blocks. And it wasn't 2 unsafe blocks. It was 2 wide open, lit up all night, New York City lit up 2 blocks. So yeah. So I was like, dude, I'm down. I'm going. And I'm paying for the priority pass so I can have a dedicated interest and get to my seat faster. And with the priority pass, you also got a certain level seating. Now, I will say, when you looked at it on the map, it looked like your seat was going to be far. We were not. I was able to see all the sparkles in Rey Mysterio's mask, clear as day. Now, we were behind them. So we got to see the teleprompter of their entire speech. And so if you watch it and you see people behind them saying or mouthing the words that the person's saying while they're saying it, it's because we could see their damn speech. That's why people say, oh, they were upset with Ric Flair. No, they weren't. No, they weren't. They knew exactly what he was going to say when he stood up there because it was on the damn teleprompter. We were reading along with them. They were not upset. They knew exactly what that man was going to say word for word. Please stop with those lies. We had a great time. Once again, I got to know my neighbor. So I went ahead and I bought that. Since I was leaving Monday morning, I did not get Monday Night Raw tickets. If I had, I'm still not sure if I would have bought Monday Night Raw tickets. It was great that Matt Riddle, the original Bro, came back. He had to go away for a little bit. If you're a wrestling fan, you know why. But I was still on the fence for Monday Night Raw. That's why I didn't extend for Monday night. And that's fine. If you did, please do you. This could be a once in a lifetime thing. If you got the money to blow it. But it wasn't like it was a Hall of Fame that night. It was just a regular 3-hour Monday Night Raw. So and then after that, I started getting my itineraries. As you guys know, where is it? I thought I had it sitting here. Oh, it's on the floor. Yeah, my official program. It was April 1st, April 2nd, SoFi Stadium. This thing is heavy. It got some weight to it. They put some expensive car stock in there. So I went ahead and I'm sorry, I forgot what I was trying to talk about. So I got my ticket for WrestleMania in my email on March the 28th. So it was pretty much 7 days. 28th, 29th, 30th, 31, the 1st. So 5 days before WrestleMania, I got my ticket from Ticketmaster. There's the email right there. I got tickets from Ticketmaster 5 days for the event. Now, mind you, they told me you were going to get them, you won't get your tickets 4 to 7 days before the event. So they weren't lying about that. I got my itinerary for the event on March the 24th. So it was exactly 7 days for. So they went on location and tells you, we're going to give you within this time frame to get your stuff. They're not lying. They're going to do it within that time frame. So you just have to relax. So I bought my tickets on February. I got my tickets in late March. So that's the experience so far with just purchasing my tickets and getting all the emails for the extra packages. Now we're going to go into Friday when I landed. But that will be a separate one because you guys have been here for like 45 minutes. Listen to me chatter. If you guys have any questions about the purchasing process and what happens when your name is on that list so far, please put them down below. I will answer them as soon as possible. If you went to WrestleMania, if you look at these packages and thought, no, that's insane, please tell me why. Please tell me why it was a no for you. For some people, it could have been the date. It could have been the price. It could have been the location. It could have been a lot of things. But also another thing is that once I was on this list, I got an email Friday. Mind you, WrestleMania didn't even start yet. I got an email from one location saying, hey, the next WrestleMania is going to be in Philly. You could put a deposit down for $1,000 to reserve your ticket. I'm like, dude, can we at least get through the first WrestleMania? I haven't even experienced WrestleMania yet. Can we at least get through the first night before you start pushing to have me go to the next WrestleMania? Dude, they were on it, man. I gotta tell y'all, for business, they were on it. And also, if you went, there was a time where WWE were handling these packages themselves. Let me know if you ever went to those shows and how they compared to On Location, because they outsourced it to On Location. So let me know what y'all think. Is it better? Is it worse? And why you said no if you decided not to go. Was it a price issue? Was it a location issue? A date issue? If you just said I don't like wrestling, I get it. I understand 100%. Some people just aren't into it. I don't knock them for not being a part of the WWE universe or not being a wrestling fan. Please tell me. I really want to hear from you guys. What will be your reason to say no? The next video I'm going to do is Friday night. What happened when I got to LA and all the craziness. And trust me, it was craziness for your girl. Because remember, I'm 41. My body ain't what it used to be. Honestly, it was never what it was supposed to be. But we're just going to go there with you guys. All right, so in life, there's black and white. But with me, you will always get at least one shade of gray. Bye, guys.